Crescent Mini Keeves. Try it. Love it. The original Mini Keeves, only from Crescent.
Unlimited calls, unlimited data තියෙනවා කියන්නේ ඕනම ගේමක් ගහන්න පුළුවන්. මාස් ඒක ආන්සර් කරන්නම ඕනි කෝල් එක. සර් මෙහෙම මාස්ටර් ප්ලෑන් එකක් ඇවිල්ලත් නැහැ. ආයේ එන්නෙත් නැහැ. ඉක්මනට මොබිටෙල් මාස්ටර් පැකේජ් එක දාගන්න. ඒකේ calls data දෙකම unlimited.
Unlimited calls, unlimited data, only with Mobitel Master Unlimited Package.
මේක ගන්නම ඕනි පැකේජ් එකක්.
Sophisticated selection of Yardley, London.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Cheesy treats, we want more.
Crescent Mini Keeves. Try it. Love it. The original Mini Keeves, only from Crescent.
Get with the global Pulsar mania now and upgrade to the new and improved Pulsar 200 NS from David Peary's Motor Company Private Limited.
நேரடி ஒளிபரப்பு யாழ்ப்பாணத்தில்
මාතර කොටවිල ගම්පියසට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා.
සිරිතදාස
ඇඩ්මොරටුව පියගම මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ ක්‍රීඩාංගණය.
கிழக்கு மாகாணம்
සුගතදාස indoor stadium is the Fox Hill Supercross.
රුණෑගල සිටි ඇතුගල් පුරවරය
papare.com අපි අද ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ නෝරෙලිය ප්‍රදේශයට.
ෆයිනල් ෂෝඩවුන් කැන්ඩි ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ක්ලබ්
පොළොන්නරුව ජාතික සංකීර්ණයේ සිට
Hello and a very good evening to all our viewers. You're on Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, ThePapare.com, and it's a very brand new second round coming to you from the first game of 2019. It's a brand new year, the year of 2019, and we are here to witness the first game of the Havelock Rugby League 2018-2019 clash at the Air Force grounds in Ratmalana, where the Air Force team, in fact Army Sports Club, will be hosting Havelock Sports Club in the second round opener. Havelock Sports Club, the second finishing team facing Army Sports Club, who had a disappointing first round, finishing at the bottom of the table. They finished 7th. That's something that the coach and the team will not be happy about. But the second round is all about promise, all about holding on to that important lead as well. While meanwhile, Havelock Sports Club have been the revelation in this first round. And talk you through that, I have with me Yusran Lanta. Yusran, a very good afternoon to you. Good conditions, fresh conditions, different conditions from what we've seen in the first round at Ratmalana.
Good afternoon, Inchaf. Good afternoon to all our viewers. And you were right, Inchaf. The wind and the weather today is quite ideal for fast-running rugby. And comparing to the first round, this weather is quite nice for a good game of rugby. And Army have already left the field since we've got just 5 minutes to go for the kick-off, and Havelock Sports Club just having their final warm-ups, final stretches.
Let's take a look at the weather conditions today. It's a very humid conditions, but the forecast here says rain. We are going to expect rain, if so, in the latter half of the game. But 30 degrees is what the temperature stands at, so it should be very conducive conditions for free-flowing rugby. I think both teams have the power in their forwards. Havelock Sports Club with a reputation to play from the forwards, and same goes to Army as well. And taking a look at what happened over the last first round, Havelock Sports Club kicked things off early in this Dialogue Rugby League. This was the same game, the returning fixture played today at Ratmalana, and that game ended up in favour of Havelock Sports Club, winning that one 23 points to 12. And that's how that game spanned out. Army Sports Club had the privilege of playing the overseas player as well at that point of the game, the first week, but they did not seem to be taking too much of advantage. So that's how that game ended up, 23 points to 12. Then we moved on to London place, where CRNFC faced up and a newly built CSNFC side, and that game was exciting game. Yusran, Joel Pereira breaking through, found Tarin Ratwat space to finish that one, and talk us through that game, Yusran.
It was a wonderful game, Inchaf. It was a 1-point game, 24 points to 23, how that ended. And Tarin Ratwat, he had a stellar week that week, and you see on your screen Navin Henakan Kanamge pointing to Janindra Dilsan before he dove over under the post to score. So CH have been quite unfortunate throughout the first round. They've been having some close games, similar to this one, 24 points, 23, CR winning that. And then we had that third beach clash between Kandy and Police. They were surprising the Kandy fans and the Kandy team as well. They had a really good first half performance, but then the superior team, Kandy as always, with the likes of Danushka Ranjan and Richard Dharmapala, Thiruna Vijay Singh, all of them got together and brought Kandy back on top.
Credit should go to the foreign representation, Emosi Bunvosa, who played his second game in the island and made a direct impact on the game. In fact, the Kandy fans were put on a pedestal when they were worried as to what will take place in this game. And then the league moved on to Valisera for the final week. Kandy Sports Club taking on Navy Sports Club. It was also a game that went down to the wire, where Navy Sports Club came with that comeback of an effort from Dinesh Lakmal, but unfortunately they could not hold on to themselves to finish that one off, and that ended up giving Thiruna Vijay Singh the opportunity to score the winning point and make sure that Kandy Sports Club finishes on top at the end of the first round. So that's how that stands. Here's a look at ThePapare's team of the first round. Too many Havelock names making their way onto the forwards line. Dushman Vidarshana, Asmi Fajuddin, Umesh Madhusan. All these trio have been on form for the Havelock side. And then taking a look at the backline combinations, Dinu Kamar Singh also making that team form Havelock Sports Club. So that's how the team of the first round by the ThePapare.com's panel of experts and rugby writers decided. And here's a quick look at the points table. Candy Sports Club clearly in the lead. Havelock Sports Club just behind, just 1 point, 1 game separating these two teams. But Candy Sports Club have picked 6 bonus points in contrast to Havelock's 4. So that's something Havelock will be working on. And then Army Sports Club and Havelock Sports Club, both 2nd and 7th place teams battling it out today in this opener for the second round.
The league's stars, top try scorer and top point scorer. We have the 2 lads from Kandy, Danushka Ranjan and Bonaku Dangamo scoring 6 tries apiece, while CR's fly after Ratwata is there on top with 90 points, with Samuel Malwant on the back with 76.
I think Ratwata's had a good season so far, expecting him to hit the 3 figures. Meanwhile, we'll take a look at the tally since 2014. This is the 9th game, in fact the 10th game that's going to be played, and Havelock Sports Club have won and dominated all of the encounters since 2014. That's a record that they'll be happy to keep and boast about. So it's going to be a different game, Yusran. It's early in this first half and early in this second round. Anything can happen, and the way the players are going to play from here on is how it is going to take place, how the league is going to change. These 7 games of the second round is going to be very important, not only for Havelock Sports Club but also for Army as well, because they're at 7th and they'll be looking, I think Coach Nihal Vaipa Gunaratna will be wanting to make his team finish on top. Last year, if I could recall, Army Sports Club finished at 3rd place in the first round, and then they plummeted to that 6th place. So they lost the second round game. So that's the prediction here at Verisala. We'll go for a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the team cards and kick off from Air Force. Here's the Havelock Sports Club playing Army Sports Club here at the Dialogue Rugby League 2018-2019.
I believe she won't take me somewhere I'm not.
Unlimited calls, unlimited data තියෙනවා කියන්නේ. ඕනම ගේමක් ගහන්න පුළුවන්. මාස් ඒක ආන්සර් කරන්නම ඕනි කෝල් එක. සර්, මෙහෙම මාස්ටර් ප්ලෑන් එකක් ඇවිල්ලත් නැහැ. ආයේ එන්නෙත් නැහැ. ඉක්මනට මොබිටෙල් මාස්ටර් පැකේජ් එක දාගන්න. ඒකේ calls data දෙකම unlimited.
Unlimited calls, unlimited data, only with Mobitel Master Unlimited Package.
මේක ගන්නම ඕනි පැකේජ් එකක්.
This match is brought to you by EFL, proud sponsor of the Sri Lanka Rugby Referees and Havelock Sports Club.
Welcome back to live action. If you're joining in right now, this is the Dialogue Rugby League 2018-2019. We are in the second round, is the opening game for the year, and the second round, Army Sports Club hosting Havelock Sports Club here at Ratmalana. The prediction is that Havelock Sports Club should be able to clear this one with a cushion of about 7 or 8 points. Run. I think the way they have played in the past few weeks, except for that Kandy game, was a good sign for them. Here's a quick look at the team cards.
Army's front row, Dileep Niroshan, Ashok Jalal and Rasika Beratna, all of them vastly experienced. And then on the second row we have Sampath Kumar and Nalaga Maduranga. And on both flanks, Nalan Premanath and Ubula Beratna, the skipper. So that's quite a bit of a experienced pack in Shaf. They have the experience. The skipper is right in the back of the scrum, so we can expect a lot from the front row.
Mohammad Rizvi and Asham Bandara will be the halves combination. A lot of responsibility on this duo. Sudaradi Kumura at left wing, Danush Talwata, but the highlight for me has been Samir Bulak single-handedly won that one against, if I could recall the game against CR, in fact CHNFC. Madhur Bandara Gans are in the way with the fullback, and taking a look at the replacements as well. Buddhisri Manta, Shehan Silva, Shanaga Lakmal, Samir Silva, Pradhat Kumar, Manoj Bandara, exciting prospects from the bench, and the last year's captain Tusita Senanayaka along with Isuru Madagedara will be the replacements for Army Sports Club. Here's a look at Havelock Sports Club experience front line. Dushman the Pridarshan, a veteran prop forward. Asbin Fazuli has done extremely well and to make it to the Papare team of the week. Liston Flatney, Sharo Fernando, young Umesh Madhusan, former Royalist, has put his hand up in that second row position. Sinal Dilaka, Situm Piris and Lasdu Karunathilaka coupling in that loose forwards. Lasdu Ishan almost missing out on that number 8 person to Bhuvanagudangamo. Mithun Hapugura makes a return in that 9 jersey, and sending Vimukti Rahula to the bench. Ninoshan Fernando, Shashan Mohammed, Dinu Kamal Singh, Irangari, Sandun Herat, and Rizal Mubarak will be the starting lineup. Quick look at the replacements. Rahal Debachitra, Chanaka, Kumara, and Gavin Perra. Very exciting replacements, front row replacements for Havelock Sports Club. And Christian Delay makes it to the bench as well. Tikshan Nayaka, Sandesh Vikrama, and Vimukti Rahula, and Randy Silva makes Havelock Sports Club.
She won't take me somewhere I'm not supposed to be. He can't steal the things
And there will be 2 minutes of silence observed by the two teams in respect to CRNFC's deceased player Kokila Samanda Peruma. A very unfortunate demise of the former CRNFC prop forward Kokila Samanda Peruma. Both teams observing 2 minutes of silence, and here we are ready to go for the first game of this 2019 calendar year. Army Sports Club hosting Havelock Sports Club here at Ratmalana. Quick look at the officials. Rohan Fernando will be officiating this match along with Priya Suranga and Jeffrey Shahid. Exciting prospectus run. Havelock Sports Club are here to make a statement, and if they need to pose a threat to Candy Sports Club, who they will be playing in the final week at Havelock Park, they will be needing to win this one, and win this one with a bonus point.
I agree, and Havelocks have to do that if they want to have a shot at that league, because if they make a blunder here, then Candy's chances of winning the league title for the 4th consecutive time is going to be really high.
It's the 5th consecutive title they'll be winning. They've won it since 2015. That's a record that any club would love to have. Candy Sports Club have been the undisputed leaders in this local rugby arena since 2000. Missed out on 2013 and 2014 as well to Havelock Sports Club and Navy. Ashan Bandara with the restart has not had the best of first rounds. Ashan Bandara, the former Vizaz captain, has done well, of course, in the last few games, but with a player of his stature, expecting something better than that in the second round. So here we go, the start of the first game of 2019. Army Sports Club playing Havelocks here at Ratmalana. High hanging kick goes to the hands of Sharo Fernando. Fernando makes a blunder of that ball in his first touch, and that's the knock on, says referee Fernando. I think the sun is a big factor, since the Havelock Sports Club are playing against the sun.
Not a good start for Havelock, but Army would like to take control over their hands. Mohammad Rizvi now with the first scrum in the game. They'll be looking to work the line and exhaust the Havelock defenders these sunny conditions.
Mithun Hapugoda there alongside Mohammad Rizwan. Lovely to see the veteran player back in the pink colours. He has had a history with injury as well. I think Hapugoda was an extremely successful player in the sevens format. We saw him play for the Sri Lanka Telecom Eagles in the 2 seasons of Super Sevens we've had, and then early on for Sri Lanka as well. Just that he's been very unfortunate to miss out on injury.
Really unfortunate, because he's a really good player. He has good game awareness, and we saw that in the first round in the games that he played. Mohammad Rizvi with the put in.
Vinod Kumar finds Rizvi again, switching directions. This time Ashan Bandara finds his wing Dik Kumar still going is Dik Kumar, and that's the first try. Wonderful piece of work from Mohammad Rizwan. Saw Ashan Bandara in space, and and Danushka Talwat that time wearing that number 14 jersey, touching down early in this second minute for the first try of Army.
Like I said in Jaf earlier, they didn't even have to exhaust that Havelock defenders from that poor start which Havelock's faced through Shauro Fernando. I think that gave the momentum to Army's hands, and they made the maximum use out of it, scoring the first play of the game. Well done, Army. Gayan Salinder will have a fairly bit of angled kick, but we know a player of his caliber, and he has shown in the past that he can take these kind of kicks from the corner.
Gayan Salinder would have loved to take that penalty 3-pointer when Army was gifted that against CRNFC. Unfortunately missed out on that, resulting a draw last 2 weeks back here at Air Force grounds. Has the distance and not the direction. The wind factor is a big factor when it comes to play on the outside. Sandun Herat completely missed his man, and Talwat was all through to score that one. So wonderful piece of work from Rizwan Asham Bandara and Talwat at the end to finish that one.
To be honest, that was poor defending by the Havelock defender, Sandun Herat, if I am correct. His tackling technique was not on point there. He was hanging on top, which allowed Talwat to drag him through over the whitewash.
Riza Mubarak with the restart. This time goes to a shorter distance, goes to the hands of Asham Bandara. Army does very well to hold on to ball. Mohammad Rizwan knows that he cannot kick this one on the full. And looks like there has been a slight knock-on from the Army player, not acceptable from the Army side. After that wonderful bit of play early on with that try, giving away this position was not acceptable. But it's early in this game. I think Army have made several changes as well. They brought back Ashoka Jayalal into that front line run. He missed out on almost all of those games in the starting number, and this time coach Vaipa Gunaratna has opted to play Jayalal in that hooker position.
Jayalal was the one who scored that all-important try against CR last week as well, so his role to play in this Army team is quite irreplaceable, as Hapugoda with the put in. Looking for that ball, collected, and Hapugoda once again on the attack.
Here goes Mohammad Shashan breaking through on the far corner. Wonderful bit of work in defense by Army. Picking and going is Havelock Sports Club now. Mohammad Sashan once again lining up, but Hapugoda is going to go for his reliable forwards. Asbit Fajruddin covers a few meters for Havelocks. Now Rahula. In fact, Hapugoda that time pushed back Havelock Sports Club. Lasindu Ishan trying to break through Sudhara Kumura, doesn't find any space. Senal Dilaka picking and going meters, inches close to that try line. Now Hapugoda going for that cross kick, and looks like that should be an easy try for Havelock Sports Club. Wonderful presence of mind from Niroshan Dikwal. In fact, Niroshan Fernando saw that space out to Riza Mubarak, and Mubarak does the finishing duties for Havelock Sports Club. I think this is where experience comes into play. Niroshan Fernandez saw that space opening up. There was no defense aligning, and Riza Mubarak just did the finishing duties for Havelock.
Indeed, that was a Barrett Rico kind of move in Shaf. Nicely done. Riza Mubarak collecting it and just had to dive over the whitewash to score that try. Good presence of mind by the skipper. Is leading from the front. So both teams getting on the scoreboard early on in this game, making this game really open, and like we expected, I think it's going to be a high scoring game with some fast running rugby.
Riza Mubarak has 34 points with him in this season, not the best of seasons for the number 15. And this kick slightly sailing to the left, but have to say, I think this try was phenomenal. See, look at that kick from Niroshan Fernando. Completely found that perfectly timed at that time to Riza Mubarak. There was Sanun Herat in support as well. He did not need him, and that will be one of the easiest tries that Mubarak will score in his rugby career.
It's all even now. 4 minutes into the game, and Zashan Bandara with the restart puts it high. Sharo makes no mistake this time.
Havelock will be looking to play a few faces from the forwards. Instead goes to Fernando. Fernando goes for a long cutout pass, and this time Sashan Mohammed makes a miss of that ball. Seven minutes into this game. It's all even. Steven still Army Sports Club scoring on the far corner, and now Havelock Sports Club just scoring off Riza Mubarak. Those two tries have come with ease. We are yet to see the forwards in play use run. I think both teams, the forwards are the key strengths for Army and Havelocks as well. And then it's still early to decide who's going to the way in which this game is going to progress.
Both teams have shown weaknesses in their restarts, especially from the kickoff. Havelock knocking on that ball, and then the same thing done by Army. Nevertheless,
Mohammed Rizwan kicks that one, but it goes into the hands of Sashan Mohammed. Turnover ball for Havelocks, and it looks like Sashan Mohammed had a slight knock on when he collected that ball. So ball once again going into the hands of Army. Army will need to hold on, and that's what they lacked in this first round. They were a complete side, but they just did not hold on to execution to finish the act together, and that's why Army could not end up in that winning side more often in that first round.
And looking at the stats in these first 8 minutes, every 2 minutes the ball is being dropped in Chav. There are 4 knock-ons already in this game.
Mohammed Rizwan this time finds Sashan Bandara. Bandara looks for the inside ball to Samir Bulat Singhal. Bulat Singhal has been a revelation for Army this season. Rizvi once again changing directions and puts in that cheeky kick. A little bit overcooked that time, but good intentions from Army. And looks like a referee will bring back play for a penalty. So good presence of mind from Rizvi. I think this is what that is expected from a halfback Yusran, to have that capability to judge when to take the options. And now Army have themselves a 3-point opportunity.
Gayan Salinder, if it's his day, this would be an easy kick. But yeah, going back to what Rizvi did, it was really good thinking. His intentions were right, and he had no pressure because he knew the penalty was coming.
.43 points for Gayan Salinder this season so far. Has not had the best of season. Salinder as well missed a few important kicks as well, Gayan Salinder, but the second round is all about building and coming back into form.
Yeah, he faced an injury in that final game against CR in the first round, and hopefully he's made a good comeback. And there you go, the 3 points added. So Army with an 8-point lead. Havelocks trailing by 3 points, the favorites, with 10 minutes on our clock. So the game is still wide open, but Army looking like they are in for a big fight.
First points of the year for Gayan Salinder. He'll be looking to complete the 3 figures if he could in this second round. He rightfully has done so in the last 3 seasons, has raked up over 100 points. Now Riza Mubarak has options left and right. Once again goes for the high hanging kick. Manoj Upul Aberatne is right underneath the captain for Army Sports Club. And that's the penalty. Very good work by Sharo Fernando and Umesh Madhusan, making a nuisance of themselves in the breakdown and earning that penalty for Havelock Sports Club.
Good decision there by referee Rohan Fernando. For a minute I thought that he missed it out, but he was right there on the spot as Niroshan Fernando finds good touch for Havelock. And it was really good work initially by Umesh Madhushan and Sharo Fernando. They didn't let the ball receiver rest. As soon as he went to the ground, they were on the spot, right on the money, and winning their team the ball. Now it will be Azmir Fajuddin's first throw of the game. hopefully he's been
Very important line out for Havelock. Lot of chatter going with the forwards on the line out, and this time Situn Piris makes no mistake. Good pressure from Army, but Harris hold on. Here comes the rolling maul for the pink jerseys. Army giving their best to put down that maul. Picking and going are the Havelock forwards. Hapugoda looking to pass it to Dushman, the Pridashana does well to hold on. Now Fajuddin, taken down by Upula Beratna. Hapugoda still going to the right of the field, this time to Senal Dilaka. Senal Dilaka makes a few meters for Havelocks. Ball comes loose to Aryapala. Aryapala is being foxed by three defenders by Army. Hapugoda once again to Piris. Pushed back in his tracks by Army. Picking and going is a big forward. Liston Flatley makes a few meters. Almost made the fumble of the ball, but Lassi Dushan is right there. And it looked like there was a slight knock on, and yes, referee is playing advantage for Army. Here comes Rizvi with the kick. Goes to the hands of Riza Mubarak. Referee says advantage is over. Breaking through is Riza Mubarak. Mubarak looks for options. He's isolated. Support comes in time for Mubarak. Now Fernando to Pridashana. Pridashana to Sandun Herat. Herat looks to cut back in. Still going is Sandun Herat. He has one player to beat. Good defense from Bulat Singhala. Now Fajuddin. Meters close to that try line. Quick ball from Havis. Almost made a fumble. Yes. It looks like that ball moved forward. Referee wants to have a chat with the assistant referee. That was clearly a try scoring opportunity for Havelock Sports Club.
It looks like it'll go in favor of Havelocks. Yes, that is the second try coming for Havelock Sports Club. Manka Aryapala, the try scorer, he'll never score an easier try than that in his entire life. So Havelock taking the lead, 10 points to 8 now.
Interesting to see that replay used run as to what happened at that moment. There were numbers opening up for Havelock Sports Club, and I think it was Iranga Aryapala who last held on to that ball. I think that was a try. We'll take a look at that replay soon after this conversion.
Making that initial break was this man himself, in charge, Riza Mubarak. Collected the ball right in the center field, and then he brought it front inside the 22. That's where it all started. Mithun Hapugoda switched both ways and found the opening here in the right flank. Riza line up to take it, and it looks good. So 7 points, and Havelocks goes up by 12 points to 8 now.
Here's a look at that try. Here's the break from Fernando. Fernando finds Asbin Fajuddin. Fajuddin breaks, makes a few meters, and there goes Iranga Aryapala.
I think that was a good decision there by referee Rohan Fernando.
He's the man. Riza Mubarak has ample years of experience behind him. Has played his rugby at CRNFC, Navy Sports Club, and then Police before moving here to Havelocks.
Shara Fernando now with the ball in hand, and he's taking it forward. Mithun Hapugoda sends it to Dushmanta, who shows and goes. And he makes a break, but he's brought down by two soldiers, and Asha.
Looks like it's a turnover for Army. Yes. Taking the ball is Nalaka Maduranga. Maduranga out to Aberatna, who tries to penetrate that Havelock defense, and looks like they've earned themselves a penalty. A little too eager there, Mohammad Rizvi at that time. If you're joining in right now, live pitches coming to you on your number one sports hub, ThePapare.com. All action from the Dialogue Rugby League can be exclusively caught up on ThePapare.com. Not only on live action news, run photos, videos, statistics. We have our all new stats center on the Papare stats.thepapare.com. All stats from the Dialogue Rugby League also can be accessed on the Papare Stats Center. And it's going to be a very hectic year. You run a lot of action coming in the sporting arena from the big matches at the schools rugby league this season.
Yeah, and I think thepapare.com has their plans right, and everything will be covered, neatly done, so that all our fans can enjoy Sri Lanka sports. The referee, he had a word with Niroshan Fernando, and I think he wanted to explain a few of the mistakes that Dushmanta Pridarshana was doing earlier on, and he had a word with Umesh Madhushanka as well.
Good pressure from Army Sports Club, and looks like they've won the battle, but referee wants a rescum in favor of Havelock Sports Club. But good pressure from the soldiers in the scrum. I think, like I said earlier, the strength of the Army team is in their forwards, and if they use it in put it in a good use, I think they could be one of the top teams in this Dialogue Rugby League second round. There's still space, there's still time to turn tables. It's just a slight difference, differentiating the 4, 5 and 6 teams.
Yeah, 20 points difference between these two teams according to what the table stands. Mithun Hapugoda sends it to skipper Niroshan Fernando, who sends it out to Dinukamar Singh. Reza to Sashan Mohammed.
Quick hands from Havelock. Wonderful passing from the pink jerseys. Going to ground is Sashan Mohammed. Hapugoda once again finds Situm Piris. Good defense from Army. Upul Aberatna. Now Fajuddin. Twists and turns, but there is no going past that Army defense, and it looks like they've conceded a penalty once again. This is not good from the soldiers, clearly giving away opportunities. That's number 7, Upul Aberatna. He'll need to calm himself down before and then talk to his players as well.
So he was caught not entering from the gates. Rohan Fernando signaling that he entered from the side. However, Havelock's inside the soldiers' territory once again, and Army, I think, like you said, Inshaf, they have enough potential to be one of the top 4 teams, but I think they're underestimating themselves and they're not bonding well as a team, because the champion side will always know and make it a habit to win, and I think that's what they are lacking.
Fajuddin has done well with the line out so far. Once again going to Situm Piris. Now Havelock have options in their line. Dinukamar Singh fancy wearing that number 7 jersey. Confused us a little bit as well. Hapugoda once again going for the short side. Out to Umesh Madhusan. And this time not releasing. So both teams gifting penalties without any concern. I think this is not the This is not the case. This should not be the case for the teams, and this is halting the continuity of play.
Yeah, there was skipper Upul Aberatna making amends to his first mistake there in the previous occasion, where he entered from the side, but this time it was him who made way for that penalty for Army's way. Good work there by Gayan Salin, put a good boot to it. So Army inside the Havelock half. So referee stops time for water break, I guess, because the sun is not being friendly today.
It's different conditions from what we saw in December. It was overcast conditions. It was under overcast conditions that these rugby games were played. But come January, the conditions have changed this round, so this water break is important. So talk you through the games that are going to come. Important clash coming to you on your number 1 sports club on Sunday. CHNFC playing Navy Sports Club. Last time they met, I think CHNFC were fortunate enough to win that one at Valisara. This time Navy Sports Club will be travelling to Racecourse to face CH. And interestingly, they've recruited a new recruit as well under their ranks, who's set to debut on Sunday.
Yeah, they have Adam Gawler and Aussie born Lankan he'll be playing for CH in the number 8 position, and he'll be moving to St. Is what I heard. And I spoke to him. He sounded so excited to be playing for CH this Sunday. He plays for the Bond University in Australia and comes under the Queen's Rugby Union as play resumes here at Ratmalana.
Ashoka Jayalal taking up the throwing duties. Makes a mess of that line out, but Army recycled the ball well. Breaking through is Vinod Kumar. Now Ashan Bandara has the player on the outside. Cuts inside this time is Madhura Bandar. Rizvi once again switching directions. Ball out to Dilip Niroshan and Mohammad Rizvi doing extremely well to hold on to that ball. Here comes Talwat, the try scorer, trying to get past Sandun Herat and Dinu Kamarasinghe. Rizvi once again out to Asham Bandar. Quick ball to Rasika Benayak, and it's a turnover for Havelock Sports Club. Now they are on the attack. Dinu Kamarasinghe taking the ball beyond that 22 meter. Army Sports Club cheaply giving away possession that time. Hapaguda once again. Basketball pass to Niroshan Fernando. Fernando puts in that cutout pass to their speeds and gives Irang Aryapala enough space. Aryapala misses his footwork, and could have been an opportunity. He could have made a few more meters for Havelocks. Now Fernando. Ball still with the pink jerseys. Referee has advantage in favour. Wonderful break from Azmir Fajuddin.
A lot happening there from that Havis 22. Looks like Iman Khalifa is still down. He missed his stepping there. Made a fumble of himself. But to talk you through that play, a lot happened. Army looked like they were building momentum, but cheaply lost possession there. Another knock forward, really unexpected. And Havis, on the other hand, they were just throwing the ball away. Not the safe way, but the offloads were there. And Imanka Aryapala managed to carry the ball up until the 60 meter mark, but looks like pulled off a hamstring.
Looks like Yusran, it's not only Aryapala who is in a bit of trouble. Sashan Mohammed is also on the ground, and that's not good for Havelock Sports Club. Just a quick update on our social media platforms. You could follow ThePapare.com on Facebook, Instagram and on Twitter for the latest in the international and the local sports arena. Facebook handle is ThePapare, and on Instagram we are ThePapare Sports, and on Twitter as well we go as ThePapare Sports. So all your sporting action on social media can be exclusively caught up on our social media platforms. Meanwhile, bit of problems coming up for Havelock Sports Club. Sashan Mohammed and Irang Aryapala are two of their key players in the back line. I think they've been the players who have stood and brought in that experience in this club rugby format at a time when they were lacking the backline players. I think these few players came up and stepped up in the pink jerseys. But looks like Sashan Mohammed cannot continue play.
And it looks like Randy Silva will replace Sashan Mohammed. Sashan, I think, pointing out at his groin there, or his knee rather. Let's wish him a speedy recovery, as Randy will get his opportunity.
Randy Silva has represented Sri Lanka under 27s as well last year when they toured for the Asia under 27 series. Has not had too much of game time in this Havelock Sports Club side. And looks like Irang Aryapala is okay to play.
No, in Chavi looks like Aryapala is being replaced by Tikshana Dasanayaka. So two youngsters will be playing in the midfield for Havelock.
Ideal opportunity for Tikshana Dasanayaka. Dasanayaka also was a part of that under 27 side. Yusran I was talking to him earlier before the season as well. He was eagerly waiting for an opportunity to make his way onto the Havelock jersey.
There's quite a few youngsters in this Havelock team. Dinu Kamarasinghe, Theekshana Dasnaga and Randy Silva. They've all played together, played against each other, but now once again playing together for the pink shirts. As play resumes here at Ratmalana, Niroshan Fernando puts the ball to boot and gains quite a few yards.
Uzan, the last time Havelock Sports Club came into this position, they ended up scoring not from their forwards, but a few phases later it was try time for the pink jerseys. Let's see if Azmin Fajruddin can replicate a similar attempt from this side of the field. This time Azmin Fajruddin has done really well throughout the season in that line-out position, in that with his throw-ins as well.
I think Army would anticipate Havis to form a rolling maul, but I think looks like from the looks of the formation, they're right. And
good collection from Situmpis, but good pressure from Army. But ball has is with Dushman the Pradashana. Pradashana does really well to hold on and keep the ball alive. Now Flatney bars in through that Army forward set. Good pressure from the soldiers. I think that's what they've changed, and it's a turnover. Mohammad Rizvi holds on to that ball and clears that one out. Ball goes to the hands of Randy Silva. First touch of the day for Silva. Tries to break through. Madhura Bandara passes it on to Sandun Herat. Sandun Herat trying to cut inside. Good tackle on him from Danush Talwat. Ball still with Havis. Niroshan Fernando finds Dinu Kamarasinghe. Kamarasinghe puts in that cheeky offload, and Senal Dilaka will run all the way and score that try. Wonderful bit of hands from Dinu Kamarasinghe. This is what Kamarasinghe brings to the table, and Havelock Sports Club have their third try.
How many times have we seen this man doing that in Shaf? I think this is the fourth time where we saw his backhand pass ends up in a try. Senal Dilaka, the fortunate receiver there. He was there in the right time, in the right place, and now he'll get his name in the scoreboard. Wonderfully executed try. First, it was a counter-attack. Randy Silva running parallelly to the other side of the field, passing on to Sandun Herat, who then gained a few yards, broke through from the center, and Niroshan Fernando and the centers finished the job quite nicely with the flanker scoring.
I think Mohammad Rizvi's error in that clearance kick was the main factor for that try. He'll be bit depleted. Riza Mubarak has 1 out of 2 kicks so far in this game.
Yes, Inshaf, and Rizvi should have found touch there. He'd be punching himself right now. If this goes through, he'd be costing his team 7 points, and looks like the kick slightly drifts to the left.
I think this Ratmalana ground has an uneven wind. Here's a look at that counter attack. Initially, Sandun Herat breaking on the far corner, found space. Ashan Bandara finally taking the man down. In fact, that was Talwat at that time. And then from there on, Mithun Hapugoda saw the opportunity. Niroshan Fernando then to Dinu Kamarasinghe, taking in 2 players and then allowing Senal Dilaka to go all the way to score that try.
Fancy finish as play resumes.
Umesh Madhushan collecting the restart. Cuts inside. Havelock still with possession. Azmin Fajruddin does well to hold on. Hapukude now from the 3-quarter line. Lasin Lushan breaking through. Tries to put in that cheeky kick. Goes to the hands of Gayan Salinder. And Salinder will reply with the same. And this time the ball goes into the hands of Shahrukh Fernando. Fernando to Amarasinghe. Running from his own 22 is Dinu Kamarasinghe. Quick movement from Dushman the Pedashana. Pedashana is on the move, and he will pass that one in due time. And Mithun Hapugoda will be going for one of the famous tries that he will score. Dushman the Pedashana take above, breaking through unexpected twist of events, and you can see the smile in Hapagoda and Dushman Pridarshana, and Havelock Sports Club have their bonus point.
What a try. Dushman Pridarshana there, bumping off two players, making that break, passing the ball to the speedster Hapagoda, and he had no man in front of him, so it was clear try under the post, formerly known as Bodhi.
Mithun Hapagoda will be very delighted to get his name in the try scorers list. It's been a while since we saw his name in the try scorer list, but Dushman Pridarshana take above for that effort. From that breakthrough, saw the space in front of him, and then send that ball out to Mithun Hapagoda to score that fourth try.
What all Havelock tries have in common in Chav is that they always make Army cost and pay for their mistakes. We've seen almost 3 tries coming in from a knock-on or a counter-attack, which is Army's main weakness, as Riza Mubarak adds the extra 2, so 24 points to 8. Army trailing in their home ground.
Very unfortunate for the soldiers, but the skill level from Havelock Sports Club is exceptional. I think here's a look at that try once again. Dushman Pridarshana bumping off one player, then breaking through. He knew he had the space, and then just in time, just before Mohammad Rizvi came to his face, he passed that ball out to Mithun Hapagoda, who ran all the way to score that one. So wonderful bit of play from Havelock Sports Club, and I think this time there have been a slight change in their playing patterns this round. Early they've been that pick and go side all throughout that 80 minutes, but this time they're trying to spread it out wide and then use their forward, and that's good. That's working for them in this first 30 minutes of play in this second round.
Yeah, they're playing against what Army is anticipating, and it looks like another counter attack is coming on their way. And the Army has made a change already. Madhur Bandara taken off, and former skipper Tusasena Nayaka comes in as a long wayward pass there by Tikshana Dasnayaka finds touch. So Army will have an opportunity.
Exciting. I'm still waiting to see what Army is capable of this run. Last season they were beyond par. I think Army was a team that was feared by a lot of teams in this Dialogue Rugby League, but this year I think they've pushed back. I think they're waiting for that spark in them. I think that's gonna, I hope they group themselves together and regroup to come back strong in the second round.
Yeah, they've been tagged the underdogs for quite a while now, but by the looks of it in this opener, they're not living up to their name, as Rizvi waits for the ball to come at the back. Vinod Kumar making a break, goes straight through 2 players, and Army have an advantage coming their way. Rizvi to Ashan Bandar, Ashan Bandar inside ball to Samir Bullet Singhala. Rizvi.
Now Ashan Bandar once again using that inside ball, but this time it has been spotted by the Havelock players, but Army will need quick recycling of the ball. Now Rizvi looking for his options. Goes to the number 16, Ashoka Jayalal. Ashoka Jayalal falls just inches short of the try line. Now spreading it out wide. Long cut-out pass. And that should be the second try. Danush Katal Vatsa. In fact, that is Sudhar Kumura, the opposite wing for Army Sports Club, scoring that. I think it was a try that was coming for a long time. And the Kumura does the finishing duties for this try.
4th try for him in Chaff. The Kumura has been amongst the top try scorers for Army. And similar to last week's try in Chaff, just this way, collects the ball after one bounce and dives over the whitewash. So this will have to boost Army's morale in Chaff. They have to get back in the game. There's still a whole half left. They shouldn't give up, and I think they'll have to fight till the end if they want to see a positive end. There's
still 10 more minutes to go in this first half as well, so plenty of time remaining for Army. Second try coming up for the soldiers. The Gan Salin will be very eager, looking forward to clear this one and add the 2 points.
Yeah, I think both teams are playing in having two different game plans. Havelock one side, they are ready to take the risks. We saw them running the ball from the 22, from their own 22, and we saw the rewards that they've been getting. Really unfortunate there. Gayan Salinder hits the post from the corner. Good effort. There you go, the replay, the try. Risby marshalling his forwards, puts in that long cut out pass. Sudarga Dikumbar collects it after one bounce. Fortunate bounce there, and he goes over. So Army will have to fight back hard.
$24 points, 13. Army trailing by 11 points. That time not cleanly collected by the soldiers, but Mohammad Rizvi is there. Seatbelt tackle, but referees let that one go. Ashok Jailal taking the ball from the base of that, and looks like he makes a miss of that ball as well.
Obstruction there. Army, nothing going right their way. As Havelock slowly but surely inching closer towards the try line. They're sticking to their plans in Shaf. Havelock making the right decisions and playing it risky, but like Romario said, the rewards of it come in bunches.
Attacking scrum for the Havelock Sports Club side. They have themselves the bonus point early in this first half. Now Hapugoda out to Niroshan Fernando. Fernando does well to send the ball. Randy Silva is on the move. Sends in that touch. Offload. Could have held on to that ball a little bit more longer. Now Talwat making sure that his team gets the ball in position. Rizvi will look to clear this one. Bulat Singhal that time going to ground. Ball comes out to Gayan Salinder. Salinder makes a good set of meters and brings his team at the 22 meter, but not the best of kicks from Salinder, but he had to do that at that moment. Yusran, I think there was no other option remaining for the soldiers.
Yeah, they faced the consequence once when Rizvi missed and failed to find touch. They had to pay with a 7-pointer, but this time Salinder, although he couldn't gain much yards, he found touch, which is quite the relief. But going on to the incident earlier, Randy Silva should have held on to that ball in chaff. Had he held on, I think Havelocks would be celebrating with a try right now.
Fajrin with the line out. That's at a 100% record. It will remain at 100% for Fajrin. Now the ball comes to Fajrin at the back of that rolling maul. Referee has advantage played in favor of Havelocks. Now Senal Dilaga put down by Army. Mithun Hapugoda trying to wiggle his way through that defense. Now Dinu Kamar Singh, the dangerous play for Army. Tikshan Dasanayaka, first touch of the day for Dasanayaka. Change in directions this time. Situm Piris. Still going is Havelocks. And looks like player is not released. The call is not releasing, says referee Fernando. Not sure. I think referee had played out the advantage for Havelock Sports Club, and this time opportunity is lost for the pink jerseys. But I think they will be happy with their first half performance. 24 points to 13, and if they could within these 4 minutes get another try or 3 points in their favor, I think they should be a very happy team.
Yes, in chaff as Dileep Niroshan, the tight head prop. Good work there in that breakdown. Saving Army from another 7-pointer. Gayan Salinder will have the opportunity to kick Army out of jail. Conditions looking to be really hot here.
Just a stumbled on Gayan Salinder's footwork is run. He doesn't take, he's not one of the other place kickers that we've seen in this Dialogue Rugby League. Doesn't take too many feet backwards. Just with one stride is what his kicking stance is. Interesting kicking stance in comparison to players like Tilna Vijay Singh or Tilna Veer Singh. In fact, they take about a good 2 to 3 steps backwards before they come to their stride.
Yeah, I think when it comes to kicking, it's more of your movement at the end and not how long your stride is. So it depends on player to player in Chaf as
this time Army make a mess of that line out, and they will be paying for that one. Ashoka Jayal's line outs are not clearly working for the Soldiers. Earlier it was Aravinda Karunaratne who was throwing for the Army side. Coach Vaipa Gunaratne has felt the need to use Ashoka Jayal more often in that in the number 2 position, but that's also not working for the Army side.
it looks like Ratnayaka is out injured in Chaf. He's not included in the squad. Maybe that's why Coach Vaipa Gunaratne was compelled to add Ashoka Jayalal as the hooker.
Looks like there will be it looks like an HIA concern from referee Fernando. If you are joining in right now, live pictures coming to you from the Air Force ground in Ratmalano. This is the season, in fact the second round opener of the Dialogue Rugby League 2018-2019. Havelock Sports Club currently leading 24 points to 13 here against Army Sports Club. A lot of action coming to you. Just a reminder on the games tomorrow and thereafter. CHCR and FC will be hosting Police Sports Club tomorrow. That will be live on your number 1 sports club as well as My TV and on Dialogue TV channel 1 at 3:35 p.m. And then later on we'll be having the all-important clash of the week, the match of the week, which will be CH and FC hosting Navy Sports Club. That's on Sunday at 3:35, coming to you on your number 1 sports sub, also on My TV and on Dialogue TV channel 1.
Coming back here, Ratmalana, Vinod Kumar is being helped off the field for an HIA because looks like he took a blow on his head. That will be a big loss for Army because Vinod Kumar made some good breaks and good carries early on.
Replacement in the form of Samir Silva experience. Samir Silva played almost all of last year's and the year before's the seasons in that front row for Army. Not sure why Coach Vaipa Gunaratne is not using Sugat Nanayakara.
Yeah, he's included in our team of the first round as well, but
here goes Niroshan Fernando. Back to the newcomer, seeing a lovely bit of hands from Havelock. Sanun Herat making a few meters, takes his team inside the 22. Pushed backwards, Havelock. Priyadarshana fighting for that ball. Referee will have to play advantage. No, he's let that one go. Player stuck in the middle. Yes, he waited for a good amount of time his run to let that player roll away, but seeing none, I think referee will award the penalty, and this time 3 minutes to go, and Innocent Fernando will ideally want to kick this into touch. I think the rolling maul option has worked extremely well, and they will trying to look at one final option before they go into the half-time break.
just as Heavy's rolling maul option is a good one, Army have been defending it quite well because they've been stopping the rolling maul, but in the process they've been lacking in that line defense. So Army will have to work on both ways. They have to keep the balance. Fajuddin with another throw in. He'll be looking to put his team on a front foot before this first half ends. It looks like they will be opting to go to Umesh Madhushan.
Army do not contest the line out. They know they're coming in for the rolling maul. This time wonderfully set up by Havelock. Fajuddin has the ball at the base of that rolling maul. And that should be the try. Yes, it is. And that's the try that Havelock Sports Club wanted just before the end of the first half. And Ashbir Fajuddin Wonderful bit of work from that Havelock forward. And he's delighted. So are the forwards. And Havelock Sports Club have themselves 5 tries at halftime.
That's the Havelock we know, playing with their strengths, playing with the forwards. But it was a good sight to see in this first half. 4 tries coming in from the backs, and then 1 try, and most probably the final one in this first half, coming through the conventional Havelock strength through a rolling maul, and then the forwards pick and go. So Havelock looking like they've, if anything has happened throughout the first round, looks like Havelocks have just improved more and more. Riza Mubarak lining up to take this kick. It's been quite okay so far. Three out of 5 kicks for Riza Mubarak before in this first half. So 26 points.
That will be 31 points for Havelock Sports Club. Riza Mubarak adds the extras, and Azmin Fajuddin brings Havelock Sports Club the try that they were looking for late in this first half to finish the first half, first 40 minutes of 2019 action in a successful note as Havelock Sports Club pile up 5 tries in reply to Army's 2. It has been a game that we saw Army Sports Club struggling with their gameplay. I think serious concerns for coach Vaipa Gunaratna, but there's still hope for the second round. Yusran with both sides evenly poised. It will be both sides expected to come back in an even format. There you go. That's the half-time confirmation. Army Sports Club trailing 13 points. Meanwhile, Havelock Sports Club pile up 31 points from their 5 tries. And here's a look at the highlights from the first half. Tanush Talwat, the first man to get on the scoreboard from that individual brilliance of that break from Mohammad Rizwan. And this time, Nirusan Fernando tried to repeat the same and allowing Riza Mubarak to score on the far corner.
And Gan started in the 3-pointer for Army, which gave them the lead for about 5 minutes. But then came the marshalling Havelock forwards and backs, all of them combined, as Iman Karyapala scored this wonderful try before he was sent off injured.
Lovely bit of hands from Havelock, and this was the break from Sandun Herat. Sandun Herat carving and creating opportunity for that try. Later saw the likes of Senal Dilaka finishing it off in style off that. Look at that offload from Dinu Kamar Singh, a wonderful class act he is. And there goes Senal Dilaka, fan celebration as well.
And this was my favorite try. Dushman Priyadarsan bumping off 2 defenders, seeing the space, passing it on to Hapagoda, and who had no man but just space to sprint right under the post. A fancy finish by him as well. So that was the bonus point try. Riza Mubarak added the extra 2. And this was the Soldiers' try, second try, passed by Rizvi, bounced straight into the hands of Sudar Kumbura, who dove over in the far corner. And the final try in the first half, Havelocks controlling that rolling maul. Azmir Fajuddin at the back saw the space, saw the opening, straight through he went and scored that final try to pile up 31 points through Riza's kick at the end. So 31 points to 13 is how this first half ended in favor of Havelocks, and it looks like they are running away with it. We'll catch you on the other side after this short commercial break with the second half action. Stay tuned.
Crescent Mini Keeves. Try it. Love it. The original Mini Keeves only from Crescent.
Unlimited calls. Unlimited data තියෙනවා කියන්නේ. ඕනම ගේමක් ගහන්න පුළුවන්. මාස් ඒක ආන්සර් කරන්නම ඕනි කෝල් එක. සර්, මෙහෙම මාස්ටර් ප්ලෑන් එකක් ඇවිල්ලත් නැහැ. ආයේ එන්නෙත් නැහැ. ඉක්මනට මොබිටෙල් මාස්ටර් පැකේජ් එක දාගන්න. ඒකේ calls data දෙකම unlimited.
Unlimited calls, unlimited data, only with Mobitel Master Unlimited Package.
මේක ගන්නම ඕනි පැකේජ් එකක්.
Crunchy Munchy.
Fiery Kochi.
Crescent Kochi Bites. Try it. Love it. The original Kochi Bites only from Crescent.
Unlimited calls. Unlimited data තියෙනවා කියන්නේ. ඕනම ගේමක් ගහන්න පුළුවන්. මාස් ඒක ආන්සර් කරන්නම ඕනි කෝල් එක. සර්, මෙහෙම මාස්ටර් ප්ලෑන් එකක් ඇවිල්ලත් නැහැ. ආයේ එන්නෙත් නැහැ. ඉක්මනට මොබිටෙල් මාස්ටර් පැකේජ් එක දාගන්න. ඒකේ calls data දෙකම unlimited.
Unlimited calls, unlimited data, only with Mobitel Master Unlimited Package.
මේක ගන්නම ඕනි පැකේජ් එකක්.
Get with the global Pulsar mania now and upgrade to the new and improved Pulsar 200 NS from David Peary's Motor Company Private Limited.
Sophisticated selection of Yardley, London.
Unlimited calls. Unlimited data තියෙනවා කියන්නේ. ඕනම ගේමක් ගහන්න පුළුවන්. මාස් ඒක ආන්සර් කරන්නම ඕනි කෝල් එක. සර්, මෙහෙම මාස්ටර් ප්ලෑන් එකක් ඇවිල්ලත් නැහැ. ආයේ එන්නෙත් නැහැ. ඉක්මනට මොබිටෙල් මාස්ටර් පැකේජ් එක දාගන්න. ඒකේ calls data දෙකම unlimited.
Unlimited calls, unlimited data, only with Mobitel Master Unlimited Package.
මේක ගන්නම ඕනි පැකේජ් එකක්.
session here at the Air Force Grounds in Ratmalana. You're logged on Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, ThePapare.com, and we are here bringing you the first game of the second round in this 2019 calendar year. Havelock Sports Club leading 31 points to 13. It has been Havelock's half so far, Havelock's game so far in this opening encounter as Riza Mubarak restarts proceedings for the second half. Joining me alongside to talk you through the second half is Kavind Rajapaksa. Kavind, it has been Havelock's dominating, and let's see if Army Sports Club could bring in something in this second half.
It has been very interesting first half so far, with Havelock's attacking most of the proceedings with their line. The backs have worked very well. The inclusion of the Ikshana Dasanayaka and Dinu Kamarasinghe combining very well. They had done so far in the under 27 series last year as well.
Opportunity for Army Sports Club, but something that is worrying the Army team is their forwards. I think Ashoka Jayalal has not done too much justice to that number 2 position that is carrying today. Something that Coach Vaipa Gunrath would have talked about in the second half discussion.
Ashoka Jayalal is no doubt a veteran for the Army Sports Club, but today has been off colour, and throughout the season it has been Aravinda Karunaratne who has been doing the proceedings.
Army trying to go to the shorter numbers this time. Rizvi searching for that ball. Finds Salinda, who joins in attack. Now Dilip Niroshan out to Tushita Senanayaka. Senanayaka breaking through, making a few meters for Army. Army on the attack. Bandara looks for options. Finds Dick Kumra. Rizvi needs quick ball. Tries to go on his own. Foxed there by Shahrukh Fernando. Ansana Dilagavat still going. Are the Army forwards? Upula Beratna searching for that ball. Rizvi looking for that ball. He has the forwards lining up with him. Changing directions, and that should be the third try. Yes, it is. Once again, Mohammad Rizvi's presence of mind clearly helping Army's attack. And Narush Talwat will get his second try of the day.
That was very well execution of space recognition by Mohammad Rizvi. Talwat was whoring outside in that right hand corner, and Talwat, to his credit, gets its second try of the game. It was initially good carry by Tushita Senanayaka, the previous captain of Army Sports Club last year. Talwat gets his second. There again, the Army backs today have been lethal. Both teams have used their 3 quarters to good effect. Dinu Kamarasinghe and Sashan Mohammed combining 4 Havelocks, while Sudaraka Dick Kumra, Mohammad Ajan and Talwat forming a deadly combination for Army, as Gayan Salinda stands over the kick.
Sashan Mohammed left the field in the first half as well. Let's see if Randy Silva could match up to the potential or the level in which Sashan Mohammed was playing. Randy Silva also, he has that sevens background to himself, played his rugby at Patna College. Meanwhile, Gayan Salinda has one of the difficult conversions in this game. He's playing against the wind.
Gayan Salinda is known for his kicks from the far out, but misses that kick. He'll be very disappointed by that conversion effort. There was no distance in it. So here you go, the replay. Mohammad Rizvi. Initially I thought it was the forwards who was going over, but good recognition of space by Mohammad Rizvi, giving the opportunity for Talwat to go in that right corner.
I think it was a good dummy from Rizvi. I think if you could see on that replay screen, even Randy Silva thought it was the forwards who were going to carry the ball next, but completely foxed Randy Silva as well on the far corner. This time high hanging kick, very well collected by Nalan Premnath, the lock forward for Army. The deficit stands at 13 points. Army will need to score 2 converted tries if they need to turn things around. Wonderful collection at that time by Randy Silva. Silva does well, and here comes Liston Flatney. Flatney has been a bit silent this time in this game. Now Fernando trying to spread it out wide. Dinu Kamarasinghe has space, puts in that inside ball to Riza Mubarak. And Mubarak that time not so Mubarak like to lose position.
I thought that was a knock on by Dinu Kamarasinghe. He was going in the wrong direction, but I think there was a hand there. Dinu Kamarasinghe playing in that number 7 jersey, even though he's playing at the inside centre. Randy Silva has been brilliant since he has come on for Sashan Mohammed. That good neat collection in the air. He was evenly contested by Thusta Senanayaka, and a big miss for Army has been Tirusha Adhikaram. He hasn't been featuring in this team. He would have made a big loss in that lock position for Army.
He would have been a big difference in that lock position. Kaventa Adhikaram out injured, and now replacement number 8 breaking through for Army, and that's a loose pass. But Asham Bandara does well to collect that one. But in the meantime, Army have been pushed backwards. Here comes Gan Salinder. Good tackle from Dushman Pridarshan, stopping him on his tracks. And it's a turnover between Hapugoda. Not the best of passes, but Tikshan Dasnaika will do very well to hold on. Here comes Lasidu Ishan. I think Hapugoda has had the best games in this the entire Dialogue Rugby League, recovering well in time for the second round. Thundering tackle on Azmir Fajuddin, and he loses position in the meantime. Rizvi once again out to Talwata. Talwata sends to Senanayaka, and the ball is out in the far corner to Samira Bulat-Singhal. Bulat-Singhal is being foxed by Lasidu Ishan, but he has to let go. And once again Army. Rizvi to Bandara, finds Salinder, who comes in attack. This time to Dikumara. Dikumara breaks one. Good tackle from Dushman Pridarshan. Pridarshan has done really well in defense. And that's completely gifting away position. Clearly unnecessary. And Army lose out on another opportunity.
That was the number 16, Ashok Jayalal. His day getting worse as the minutes passed. So Havelock has done a tactical change. Tikshan Dasnaika has moved into that inside centre position. He's playing at the number 12 position, while Dinu Kamarasinghe has moved to the number 13 position. So 2 tactical changes after Sashan Mohammed. Ivan Karyapala had left the field.
But Dushman Pridarshan has been Havelock's key man, still running strong. We saw him struggle backwards, I think, backpedal to put that tackle on the Army player. So I think Dushman Pridarshan has been Army's highlight player so far in these 50 minutes of play.
As he has been doing a very good service for that pink jersey. Havelock have merely depended on Dushant Pridarshan, and he has made 2 big tackles in the matter of just 2 minutes.
Azmir Fajuddin with the line out. Goes long back to Situm Piris. Piris makes a fumble, but Havelock hold on to the ball. Now Tikshan Dasnaika breaking through. Milton Fernando going to the short side. Out to Randy Silva. Randy Silva has space, has one man to beat. Tackled by the flanker, that is Prabhat Kumar, and it's a turnover.
End-to-end stuff here at Ratmalana. Both teams looking to.
Not the best of kicks from Samir Bulat-Singhal, goes to the hands of Lasidu Ishan. Ishan does well to hold on. Now Piris to Riza Mubarak. He's dangerous play from Havelocks. Mohammad Rizvi in fact has done absolutely well to hold on to that ball and to clear their lines very well. Just that one fumble from Rizvi early on in that game which costed them a try. Here comes Mithun Hapukoda with the counter attack. Inside the ball to his other half, Niroshan Fernando. Now Situm Piris. Nalan Premnath stops Situm Piris, but this time Randy Silva comes in attack at the right time. Liston Flatney. Now to Umesh Madhusan. Ball still with the pink jerseys. Mithun Hapukoda looks for Azmir Fazudin. Fazudin fends off his counterpart, and Situm Piris gets in that cheeky offload, looks for support, and he'll find in the form of Mithun Hapukoda, and he gets his second try. Mithun Hapukoda, what a day he's having.
He's been brilliant at distribution, but he has been equally well at sniping through that defense, and I think that was the miss tackle of Ashok Jayalal that sent Situm Piris through the gap between Mohammad Rizvi and the prop forward. So a bad day gets even worse for Ashok Jayalal as Mithun Hapukoda gets his second try of the season. Just the first start of the season for Mithun Hapukoda. Vimuktriyaru has been guiding traffic at Havelock Park for Havelock so far.
I think Mithun Hapukoda has ignited that back line for Havelock's Kavin. So far, so long. They've been a bit silent, but today's game gives a lot of indication that the back line is here to play and not just to give it out to the forwards, and that's exactly what they've done. Riza Mubarak should find this conversion easy. Yes, he does, and adds the 2 points. So Havelock Sports Club clearly in front early in this second half as well.
So Muriza Mubarak gets its fourth conversion correct. That was the missed tackle of Ashok Jayalal that let Situm Piris through, and a lovely offload to Mithun Hapukoda, who was running in a beautiful running angle, running in good support for his lock. So it's 38 points to 18, a 20-point gap here at Ratmalana. Initially we thought it was going to be a cliffhanger here at Ratmalana. Army a far better side than this. Some injuries causing depletion in strength of their forwards.
Asham Bandara this time goes for a high hanging kick. Last Vishan is right underneath it. Hapukoda finds Dushman the Predashana. Quick ball from Sharo to Umesh Madhushan. Takes two players to bring the 6-footer Madhushan down. Now Predashana doing a lot of the ball carrying for Havelock Sports Club this game. Azmir Fazudin keeps the ball alive, however. Now Mubarak out to Tikshana. Out and the ball comes to Randy Silla. Randy Silla will have to do well. Yes, he does well to keep the ball within his team's position. And now Senal Dilak, experienced Senal Dilak, and looks like the players are searching for that ball. Umesh Madhushan at that time. We are yet to see the Havelock's replacements come in. Usually the Havelock replacements come out at this time, and here comes Sandun Herat. Sandun Herat tries to cut back in, cuts back out. He has one player to beat, puts in that offload, and Niroshan Fernando will complete Sandun Herat's efforts, and that should be the 6th try for Havelock Sports Club. He'll take all his time and score it right on the post. Wonderful bit of sportsmanship from Fernando as well. Wanted to give it out to Riza Mubarak to score that one, and Havelock Sports Club off to a magnificent second half start.
It was Niroshan Fernando who wanted to hand it out to Riza Mubarak, but it was the run of Sandun Herath. He cut back out, cut back inside, beat two defenders, step past one, and then showed his pace to the fullback Gansal in the Fami as well. So it was Niroshan Fernando going for his first try of the season. And going back to that, replacements have found their way into the Havelock team as well. Randy Silva has been taken out and replaced by Vimukti Rahula in that far corner. He's playing at the left wing. So and the conversion is good. That was a easy conversion for the veteran.
Nearing that 50-point mark this season, Riza Mubarak had to sit out 2 or 3 games due to an injury. So here's a look at that try. Niroshan Fernandez saw Sandun Herath in space. We've not seen Sandun Herath going at this pace so long in this Dialogue Rugby League. He's had his own struggles with injury, but this time found space, took in 2 or 3 players and then sent the offload to Niroshan Fernando, who scored the try.
What was the smart thing there was that he sucked in all 3 defenders who was coming in, and Niroshan Fernando came in support at the right time to find the precise offload. Sashan Bandara kicks off things.
Mithun Hapugoda goes to the short side. Tikshan Dasanayaka trying to seep through that gap. I think Dasanayaka is out here to prove a point, and let's see if he could make a few more breaks in the few minutes. Now comes Rahal Delpachitra, the replacement for Havelock Sports Club. Hapugoda wants Last Divishan to take one more go at the Army forwards. Upul Aberatna is right there to stop him.
And this is the highest score by Havelock Sports Club so far as Dushman Priyadarshana guides his way. Rahal Delpachitra has been a very good substitute, coming in from the bench and scoring. He scored against Navy in the first round as well. And here are the forwards going to work for the Havelocks.
Delpachitra once again carrying the ball for the pink jerseys. Hapugoda goes to short side. Lashan Ishan puts in that cheeky kick, and it looks like it will run all the way, and Gayan Salin doesn't want to take any risks, and it will be a 22-meter restart. But I like the way Havelock Sports Club are playing. They are not satisfied with the score tally at the moment, Kavint. I think no team has been able to rake up the 50-point mark in this Dialogue Rugby League season so far, and I think that's exactly what they want to do. They want to start this season on a very positive note, and they are giving out all. I think even the forwards, the replacement Rahal Delpachitra also showing intention right from the first touch touch at first pick and go for him, and that's exciting to see as a team. And this time Azmin Fazluddin almost held on to that one.
I think Havelock are trying to prove a point here. They were known for their forwards play in the first round of the Dialogue Rugby League, and now they are trying to prove that their backs can play rugby too. Dimukamar Singh, Vimukti Rahula came in at the scrum half position, but Mithun Hapugoda has done really well in that number 9 jersey. He was the player who was going to start the season, but unfortunately due to injury he couldn't, and Vimukti Rahula has been switched to wing, and so the backs are compiling very well at the moment for Havelocks in this first game of the second round.
Replacement coming in for Mohammad Rizvi as well.
Illegal.
Manoj Bandara joins the Army side wearing that number 27 jersey for Army Sports Club. So Army Sports Club trailing by 20 plus points.
27 to be exact. Army, I don't think will have enough gas to make a comeback here. We just have 20 minutes and 20 seconds on our clock remaining. Army surely missing their forwards Aravinda Karunaratne and Thiru Shadikaram. They have been the two cogs that has worked so far, as Sandesh Jayavikrama replaces the captain Niroshan Fernando and Senal Dinaka going off.
Timely replacements coming in. Chamaka Bandara joins the Havelock colours in place of Senal Dinaka and Niroshan Fernando exits via Sandesh Jayavikrama. The former Peter Wright comes in at first 5-8. So young outfit, Samir Bulat Singhal crashing through that midfield, trying to build up something. Here comes Army on the attack.
Yes,
Army Jailal breaking through. Still going is Army. Pushback by Chamaka Bandara, wearing that number 17 jersey for Havelocks. This time picking and going in support is Tusita Senanayaka. Now the scrum off tries to make a few meters himself. Manoj Bandara doesn't find any luck with that. Referee has advantage played in favor of the Army side. Once again, Ashoka Jailal this time. Jailal makes a dive onto the try line, and he's got that try, the fourth try for Army Sports Club, and they got themselves the bonus point, however.
That was very good play by Army. Whenever the ball has gone out wide to their backs, they have been lethal. Samir Bulat Singhal crashed in early on with a good run, good straightening line, and then Tusta Senanayaka went down to the corner and he pushed Havelock to that line, and then the forwards I was very well done.
Third try for this season for Ashoka Jailal. Gayan Salinder will ideally want these 2 points to go over. And that's true. Gayan Salinder makes no error this time around. And Army are back in the game. I'm not sure they have a mountain to climb. Kavint, 20 more points. In fact, they'll need 3 converted tries if they need to make a turnaround in the second half. So it's going to be a tough climb for Army. But meanwhile, Havelock Sports Club will be looking to keep their defenses right and not prevent any Army player from going over. This was that try early on. First phase to the forwards, and then Ashoka Jailal was waiting for that ball. And through the middle, there was no stopping Jailal. Shard of Fernando could not get to him, and Gayan Salind also was good enough to add the 2 points.
Given the fact that Havelock has scored 45 points, they have nothing to worry about yet. But the interesting fact Coach Sanat Madis will be looking as to is the Havelock defense. They have conceded 4 tries, 4 similar tries whenever the line has worked for Army. They have somehow managed to penetrate that gap between Vimukti Rahula, Sandun Herat and Thikshana Dasanayaka. In defense, they seems to be missing Iman Karyapala and Sashan Mohammed. Iman Karyapala, although a very silent character, does a lot of defensive work.
Now Vimukti Rahula, first opportunity opening up for Rahula. Now Sandun Herat trying to cut back in. Ashoka Jailal is just on top of Sandun Herat, cleans him out. Chamaka Bandara trying to make a few meters. Looks like there has been another replacement for Havelock Sports Club. Christian Delisle, no, it was Sandesh Jai Vikrama's replacement, and then Saro Fernando trying to pick and go. This time Chamak Bandara. And now Riza Mubarak will put in that kick. There is no play on the outside, but Tusita Senanayaka is right there to clean that one. So Samira Bulat Sinhala does well to keep the ball alive for the Soldiers. Now Bandara. Cut out pass to Dick Kumara, the try scorer. Dick Kumara will look to give that short ball to Tusita Senanayaka, but in the meantime, the ball is bundled into touch.
And there has been a tactical change for Havelock as well. Vimukta Rahul has moved to the scrum half position, while Mithun Napakoda has moved out to the left wing position. And there again, Tusita Senanayaka didn't run a good support line for Talwatta. If he had, there was surely space and pace for a change, but unluckily so didn't happen. There's another replacement being made. I think it's Dushmanta Priyadarshana going off. The veteran makes his way off, wearing the number 1 jersey.
And looks like a replacement making his debut for the Havelock Sports Club colours is Gavin Pereira. Pereira played his school rugby at DSNI College in 2017. Captained the side as well that year.
So young faces finding its way into the Havelock team. Plenty of youngsters playing today as well.
Saro Fernando makes no mistake in the line out. Randy Silva searching for the ball, acting as a halfback. And that's a penalty, says the referee. Taken quickly this time, Manoj Bandara.
It wasn't 10 meters, so referee playing advantage.
Army on the attack. Manoj Bandara taking it quickly, taking his team inside the 22. Bandara once again. Ball out to his big number 8 Samir Silva. And this time looks like that will be the second infringement.
The referee asking where he wants the penalty. Can be in the far corner or where he's standing. Not releasing is the call. Think the smart option now for Army would be to opt for that line out, then try to drive the ball. Was it? It was a very bad touch finder from Gayan Salinder.
This is not acceptable, Kaventa. Gayan Salinder, such an experienced player, kicked it out on the full, out of the deadline, and from a player of that stature, expecting a kick of this nature, clearly not acceptable. And Army gift away the opportunity of getting themselves a scoring opportunity. And now Havelock Sports Club will be having the advantage with a 22-meter drop.
If they had scored that would have been 32 points. So the gap narrowed down again, but not to be so. The mistake from Gayan Salinder, as the Army forwards will be frustrated They will have to do their work. Here again from inside their own half. Here space on the out wide for Talwata. Badal has gone into touch. He wasn't sure where the touch line was in the first place. A line out in favor of Havelock. Azmir Fajuddin with the throw in. A long discussion among the forwards. Sanjay Shavikrama guiding traffic at that vital fly half position. This will most likely go to Umesh Madsan, the first stolen line out of the game so far, as Manoj Bandara feeds in his forwards. Manoj Bandara has quickened things up and made a difference to the Army game. Mohammad Rizvi wasn't that convincing, as a penalty has been considered for holding on.
All that work goes in vain, as Samir Silva is the culprit that time, the replacement for Vinod Kumar. And like you said, Manoj Bandara's efforts have speeded things up, but a little bit too late, I would say. The Manoj Bandara replacement comes in for Army. This time Gayan Salinda has the ball with him. Will need to make it right. Tushar Senanayake will take the ball and go to ground. Army will ideally want to kick this one into touch. They want to look to play a few more phases before they do so. Here comes Samir Bulat Singhal on the far corner. Bandara once again pushed backwards by the Havelock forwards. Changing directions, Ashan Bandara on the shorter side. Bandara rotating play left, right, but something clearly missing in Army's attack. This time going wide. Gayan Salinda to Senanayake. In fact, that is Dik Kumura. Dik Kumura cuts inside, loses one player, but doesn't make too much of meters. Bandara once again sending it to his forwards, Samir Silva. And that should be the penalty. This has been the day so far for Army. Vimukta Rahul will want to take that quickly. That was not 10 meters. Samir Bulat Singhal clearly should have been a card.
That was the second infringement.
Now Chamaka Bandara. Quick ball to Gavin Pereira. Good continuity of play from Havelock Sports Club. Here comes Vimukti Rahula's high kick, and he's a chaser, Manoj Bandara, and looks like Bandara will get there in time before Mithun Hapugoda, but good pressure from Mithun Hapugoda, and it looks like
there was a shoving from Mithun Hapugoda on that player, so the referee awards the penalty. Gayan Salinda over the ball. He wants everyone behind the 22-meter mark. And he thumps the ball down the field, and Havelock are playing it smart here. Vimukta Rahul, even though shouldn't have taken that quick tap, as Christian Delisle is on the field for Azmir Fajuddin.
Second game for Christian Delisle, the former St. Thomas's captain, has had an exceptional schooling career at the number 7 position. He has been the standout number 7 in the school arena as he joins Havelock Sports Club. Meanwhile, Dushman the Pradashana joins the field after his injury taken care of on his head, wearing that heavy bandaged head. And here goes Lasin Duishan. Mute Rahula searching for that ball. Out to Dushman the Pridashana. Now is Rahal Delpachit. So these exciting phases of play for the pink jerseys. Tikshan Dasanayaka finds Dinu Kamarasinghe. Sandun Herat cuts inside.
Sandhu Nerat, very well done. Sandesh Jayakrama doing the scrum half duties as Umesh Marshan takes the ball in. Still the ball is with Havelock's Rahal Delpachitra inching ever so close. The first tackle on Sandhu Nerat and a lovely backhand pass.
Not the best of pass was from Havelocks, but lovely pass from Mithun Hapugoda. And Hapugoda will give Riza Mubarak another try. I think second try of the day for Riza Mubarak. I think he's delighted. He wanted to finish it in the middle of the post, under the post, but he did not get that. But Havelock Sports Club are through to that 50-point mark.
Initial recognition of space by Sandhu Nerat. Yet again it was created and the opportunity taken by both hands by Sandhu Nerat. So Reza Mubarak goes for his second try of the game. First one was a easy one, the fullback joining the line, and the second one was even easier as he lines up his kick. Havelock, the first team to break that 50-point mark. Reza Mubarak taking it up. I think it is a stray.
Mithun, I think he has to look at that pass from Mithun Hapugoda. Hapugoda saw he driven two players and then allowed Reza Mubarak to score. I think that comes to a point where we have to decide the player of the game as well. And I think it's a unanimous choice. I think Mithun Hapugoda on his return to Havelock Sports Club has put up his hand and exceptionally performed for the pink jerseys. And my choice for the player of the game should be to Mithun Hapugoda, number 9 from Havelock Sports Club.
Yes, he has been brilliant so far. The game is almost over, so we can award him the proper player of the game. A notable name that should be said is Dinu Kamarasinghe. He has given up his 12 jersey because of the injury too.
Chamaka Bandara that time going to ground. Mukti Rahula doing the duties at scrum half this time. Gavin Pereira. I think honorable mention should also go to Dushman the Pridashana. Sharo Fernando. Looks like there was a bit of obstruction. Coming back to what you were speaking, Kavinta. Dushman the Pridashana also has had a good game. I think he has carried the ball very well for the Havelock side. And I think he has been taken out, and the Javin Pereira replacement has been made permanent. But what's nice to see is that the Havelock team has gelled in time for the second round, and if everything works right, if Havelock Sports Club could remain unbeaten till the 6th week, and if Kandy Sports Club do the same, it will be a league decider at the end of the league at the 7th week to decide who finishes on top, and then we will be going to the super round.
I think so. Havelock playing the way they are now, they look like a formidable side. The backs are very well balanced. A lot of young talent coming up and capturing the essence of the Dialogue Rugby League. The photos you can get on thepapare.com/the photos. All your photographs will be there on the site. So here's the scum being set, and Manoj Bandara with the feed in. Wasn't a stable scrum. And also Sadun Herat has had a brilliant game. He has created 2 tries with that barging runs of his. One was clearly a contender to the try of the week. He has quickly taken by Manoj Bandara, but it was taken in front. The urgency not shown by the other Army players. Gansalinda has been taken off, so it will be Ashan Bandara to do the kicking duties. Ashan Bandara has been good at finding space but doesn't find touch.
Sidhumpir is breaking through on the far corner. Will need to send in the offload. Didn't find Mithun Hapugoda on time, and looks like it will be a knock forward, and referee will bring back play for the initial infringement, so it will be a scrum in favour of Army. So what's exciting to see is that Havelock Sports Club are building together, but the question lies with the Army is that will they be able to regroup themselves? It's not too late in this Dialogue Rugby League, and come back with a strong outfit in the next 6 weeks of this second round.
I think the problem Army is having right now is the injury issue. Thiru Shadikaram, Aravind Karunaratne, all brilliant performers in the first round, and Sukatna Nayakkara is a notable exclusion as well.
Samira Bandara that time breaking through. Army playing for pride. They're looking for another consolation try before the full-time buzzer. Mind you, they cannot get that losing bonus point, since it should be within 7 points. Knocked backwards, says referee Ferdinando. Now Jailal. Bandara out to Chamira Silva. Chamira Silva barges into his attacking 22. Bandara out to Dick Kumara. Dick Kumara cuts inside, but doesn't make too much meters. Silva once again. Now Bandara switching directions to Madagedara. That time clearly Rahal Debachitra was at an offside position when he charged at the ball, so another opportunity opening up for Army. Ashan Bandara to Talwata on the far corner, and looks like that's the try Army were looking for, so Army will finish their game with a consolation try. Darush Talwata gets his hat-trick of tries. He will be a happy man, but Army Sports Club have a lot to do in the next few weeks.
I think we have missed Sugat Nayakkara. He is not playing today, so he was in the ThePapare first round team of the year. So Sugat Nayakkara, Thiru Shadikaram, Aravind Karunaratne. That's 3 forwards who has been on form for Army, missing in this game. Gansalinda being replaced. It will be Madagedara with the conversion. Isuru Madagedara is the conversion, having the distance and the accuracy. It was a good kick. So it's 31 points to 52.
So that's all. That's how it ends here in the first game for 2019. Havelock Sports Club comprehensively securing a deserved victory at Ratmalana, defeating Air Force. In fact, Army at Air Force grounds in Ratmalana, 50 points to 32. That's how the game ends. Wonderful bit of play from Havelock. The pink jerseys are coming back into existence. They are showing that they are a superpower in this Dialogue Rugby League. And what a way to start things off. 50 points, 32. There you go. That's the full-time confirmation in terms of points. But Army Sports Club will have a lot to do when they go back to the drawing board in the next few days.
And they'll have a lot of injury concerns as well. Sudat Nanayaka, Tirush Adhikaram and Kavind Karunanayaka missing today's game as well. So it will be very good. The full-time confirmation there. 50 points to Havelock. The first time a team has scored 50 points in the Dialogue Rugby League of 2018-19 season. Only 32 points. This will not go as a game where the two teams can be congratulated on their defense.
Here's a look at the full game highlights. Talwat opening the scoring for the Army. I would have expected his team to continue at the same place. Unfortunately, Havelock Sports Club they had other intentions. There is a Mubarak opening the scoring, and therefore they are on. It was Havelock Sports Club all the way. Wonderful bit of work from the Havis forwards, and then Mithun Hapugoda, the standout between the two sides, has been Fajuddin breaking through, and Iranga Aryapala. We hope the injury concerns are not too serious for Aryapala that time. Aryapala also represented Army Sports Club last season, and Sudha Sandon Herat making a few of those important line breaks like he has done in the past few seasons. We've not seen too much of that in this season, and Dinu Kamara Singh has put his hand up as the highlight player, and Sena Dilaga finishing that one. He'll be very happy with that try and to try to get himself on the name card. And this was the try of the game, if I would say. Should be one of the contenders for the try of the week as well. Dushpan Pradashana breaking through, and Mithun Hapugoda finishing it off and making his comeback into the try scorers list in his Dialogue Rugby League. This was what Mohammad Rizvi carved after that long cutout pass, found Sudarak the Kumura on the far corner. I think notable to say that Havelock Sports Club will need to look at their defenses right, because they've got their attacking motive true, and in true terms, because they're doing that well. Their rolling maul has been on par, 9 out of 10 points for that rolling maul. Sanat Mart is right behind this Havelock side, and what's interesting and what will be the challenge is for them to up their defense. I mean, that's something that the Havelock team will be looking at.
As you correctly said, the defense will have to need to look in. Teams like Kandy aren't going to miss tackles, leave you spaces. CR also another good team. So teams like even CH and Navy are finding their feet. So this is a very good performance, an eye-opener for the rest of the teams, that Havelock's backs can play lethally as well. This was Sandon Herat. There you go. There was 5 defenders there, and he lovely offload to Niroshan Fernando as well. So many tries scored here at Ratmalana. Niroshan Fernando wanting to give the try to Riza Mubarak as well. Army, however, got the 4 try bonus point in the second half as well. There was the 4th try. Injuries stacking in. Sugat Nanayakara surely will be missed, and was missed today. Tirusha Adhikaram, Raravinda Karunaratna also notable exclusion. So 3 players, 3 informed players missing for Army. That was the last conversion by Isuru Madagedara.
And that's how it ends for Army. A total of 13 tries scored in this game. That should be a record for this Dialogue Rugby League. 32 points to 50. Havelock Sports Club emerged victorious. And there you go. That's the breakdown for the day. Army Sports Club 4 tries, 2 conversions, 1 penalty. While in the reply, Havelock Sports Club scored 8 tries, 5 conversion, and the player of the match for the day is Havelock Sports Club's Mithun Hapugoda. And upcoming, it's going to be a very exciting weekend for Dialogue Rugby League as the second round kicks off. CRNFC taking on Police. That's tomorrow at 3:35, coming to you live on your number one sports hub. Then the league goes to the opposite side at Racecourse. CSNFC will be playing Navy Sports Club, and then on the Sunday it will be another clash. The topmost team versus the 8th place team, Candy Sports Club playing Air Force Sports Club. That's on 6th January at Nittavala. Meanwhile, during the week you can catch up on our weekly segments. The breakdown comes to you on a number one sports hub every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. On the same time you can catch Rugby Pit here, and the try of the week, few of the tries from today also should be making the try of the week segment as well. So that's all we have for you this evening from Ratmalana. On behalf of the ThePapare content, technical and production teams, it's goodbye and have a pleasant evening.
Get with the global Pulsar mania now and upgrade to the new and improved Pulsar 200 NS from David Peary's Motor Company Private Limited.
Crunchy munchy.
Fiery Kochi.
Crescent Kochi Bites. Try it. Love it. The original Kochi Bites only from Crescent.
Sophisticated selection of Yardley London.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Cheesy treats, we want more.
Crescent Mini Keeves. Try it. Love it. The original Mini Keeves only from Crescent.
Unlimited calls, unlimited data තියෙනවා කියන්නේ ඕනම ගේමක් ගහන්න පුළුවන්. මාස් ඒක ආන්සර් කරන්නම ඕනි කෝල් එක. සර්, මෙහෙම මාස්ටර් ප්ලෑන් එකක් ඇවිල්ලත් නැහැ. ආයේ එන්නෙත් නැහැ. ඉක්මනට මොබිටෙල් මාස්ටර් පැකේජ් එක දාගන්න. ඒකේ calls data දෙකම unlimited.
Unlimited calls, unlimited data, only with Mobitel Master Unlimited Package.
මේක ගන්නම ඕනි පැකේජ් එකක්.